It's a nice little some music for.
Shadowdark.
It's nice to have some less dreary music.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see if it stays that way this session.
Okay, I'll do a recap. Well, last session we started off, and we decided we were going to leave the cave. So we were going to go swing across the chasm and kind of go out the way we came in. So I tried to swing across, slipped into the water. Isaac pulled me back up. I tried again. Well, Mizak went across. Well, this is probably too much detail. Anyway, while we were crossing, the spider attacked us. We kind of went back and forth. Yidney was kind of waving a torch in its face, while Mizak and I were on the other side of the chasm trying to attack it from range. The spider bit Yidney, and she went unconscious right there. And then the spider crossed the chasm, kind of climbed up on the wall, bit me in the chest as well, but I managed to survive. So I swung across towards Yidney, but the spider just immediately followed me back and downed me. Mizek was like trying to scare it off with torches. That was not working. The spider started to drag me away. So Mizak, as he tried to cross the chasm, he fell in. So then he climbed back up and was trying to save Yidney, but failed. There was a spirit standing over Yidney. Yidney died. A dot with 3 crossing lines appears on Yidney's chest. Mizek ran down the spider and rammed it, scaring it off. The DM was very generous and let Mizek stabilize me. That same weird dot with 3 crossing lines thing had appeared on my chest. Mizek dragged me back.
Rolled a 1 on a Constitution check.
Ah,
yeah.
That's important?
That was something.
Okay, let me write that down. Mizek dragged me back to the ledge, came up with some crazy contraption with like 2 ropes tied across with his shield tied on them, and the rope hanging from the ceiling. And it was really dicey trying to get across, but he managed to get me across. I woke up and told him that he had to get Yidney's body over for the ritual, Madeira ritual burial. So Mizek dismembered her and threw her remains across. Then we burned Yidney's body, and I took the amulet from Yidney, the Madeira amulet, and put it around my neck. Mizek saw the spider during his watch, but it left. I had nightmares in my dreams. There was like a little chest that we had with us that was super durable, but we managed to smash it open, and then we managed to make it back out of the cave. Oh, yeah, and Bushel was absent during all of this.
Yeah. Amber's still part of the campaign. I talked to her yesterday. She's just not been feeling it, but she does eventually want to come back. So just keep that in mind, that she still exists. And I forgot, when you guys slept, take a ration off for both of you.
Done.
And you guys made it out of the caverns, and you find yourself at the top of the cliff. And it's a late afternoon, probably 4 or 5. The sun is starting to set-ish. It's near the horizon.
Well, I think we can get to Skeverum if we just follow this road. I think it'll be a few hours, but it might be worth it to hike into the night. Or we could just, Sorry, what was that?
I would prefer to make it there.
All right. Let's hike.
Cool. Both of you give me wisdom checks, please.
Okay. What's my wisdom?
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
22.
Oh, wow. So both of you, you're pretty well rested. You're just thankful to see light for a change. And about half a mile towards where you're heading, there appears to be smoke billowing up from like a campfire. You know you're not close enough for that to be Skeverum yet. So somebody's camping up ahead.
I don't know if I like this.
Can we go off the trail?
Just question to the DM, is going off the trail like a bad idea? Is that like high chances for encounters?
Going off the trail does increase chances of encounters, but depending on the area, it varies on how much.
Is this flat like this with a lot of visibility?
It's a lot of visibility. It's like Badlands. You can see minor dusty hills, but mostly dead plants everywhere. Pretty flat.
Going off the trail will not obscure them from us. They will still be able to see us. However, we may be far enough away that they choose to leave us alone.
That might be a good idea then. I'll have my bow out.
Okay, so you keep going.
Keeping our distance from the camp.
So as you follow the trail, the camp comes more into view. You're able to make out with your 20 and 22 wisdom checks. 3 tents, a donkey with a bunch of stuff clung onto it, and 3 figures. One appears armored, the 2 others appear like they're wearing robes, and you're about maybe 1,000 feet from you. They don't seem to have noticed you yet.
What do you think? Should we approach or just go by?
If we approach, they are more likely to consider us threats. If we give them a wide berth, they will likely leave us alone.
That is true. Part of me's wondering if they might have some Membrum Regeneratus they can sell us.
Question to the DM, what do their robes look like?
From here you can see they are a dark crimson, and why don't you do just you do an intelligence check.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. You have they're red robes.
They're not even dark crimson anymore, they're just red.
They're not even red, they're actually green. Doesn't even see the color.
I do not recognize the robes. However, if they are spellcasters, we may not have good luck against them.
Yeah, I'm not saying we try to fight them, but if they have some of the potion we're looking for, maybe we could get it and make a few coin by taking it back to... I forgot the name of the guy who hired us.
I don't know if you ever asked it, actually.
I don't think we did. Not in my notes.
That guy's been gone for... He left about 20 minutes after we did.
After everything we endured, is it still worth it?
If all it takes is talking to these people, worth a shot.
You know these lands more than I.
All right, follow my lead. Keep your sword sheathed, but maybe your hand on the hilt.
And what about you, Grauk? You said you had your bow out.
I'm gonna put my bow away.
Okay.
You're
gonna approach them?
Very slowly. I'm gonna have like my hand up, trying to get their attention to make it very clear, like I'm not trying to sneak up on them.
Okay. As you approach, they both, or all 3 of them, look over. You get a better look at them. The 2 in the robes have this strange silver mask over their face, and the last one appears to be a female 6'5", heavily armored and with a greatsword. And one of the ones in the robes also waves a hand and kind of walks off from them and approaches you, Grauk. And you hear him say, "Hello there."
Greetings, travelers.
I was wondering if you could help us by chance.
Well, funny you say that. We were hoping that maybe you could help us.
Well, why don't you go ahead then?
I was wondering if you happen to have a potion for sale. We're looking for some Membrum Regeneratus.
We do not have anything of that, but you look tired and injured. We could heal you if you need that.
I kind of look at my Zach. I'm like, I think we're probably good. We're really just looking for the potion.
I'm sorry we do not have that, but we are also missing something. A person, in fact.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Perhaps you've seen her, a witch.
A witch? I kind of look at.
She's very dangerous. She's done terrible things to our town. A plague, rot in our fields. A child died. Have you seen anything of the sort?
Yeah, do you have anything more than just a witch to go off?
She has a crow in her presence as well.
I'm gonna roll to see if I'm giving off any info.
Yeah, do a charisma check.
Both of us are just Grok.
15.
If you're just standing in the back, you're good. 15?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so far no reaction, but this person's hard to read with the mask on. Anything of the sort?
Let me ask you a question. I kind of like pull the amulet from around my neck. It's the Madeira amulet from Yidney. I'm like, you know this amulet?
I do. That's Madeira, but we are not followers of her.
Well, I kind of tug it back in my shirt. I haven't seen any witch.
Well, keep an eye out, and we are headed towards this town up here, and if anything comes to mind, let us know.
We'll let you know. If there's a witch that did some terrible things, she might be hiding in the Shadowdark, but I don't know if you want to brave that.
She seems of the type. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I kind of bow my head and walk off with my Zach.
He bows back, goes back to his campfire.
I didn't get a good feeling from those people. I kind of say to my Zach.
You trust the witch who abandoned you more than them?
Not exactly, but I kind of pull the amulet and I'm like, but I trust Madeira these days. And I don't think they were serving her.
You serve Madeira.
Not exactly. Maybe I'll tell you more once we get back to town.
If you only trust those who serve Madeira, how will you get by?
I don't only trust those who serve Madeira, but that situation back there, well, I don't know, just a gut feeling, I guess. I've survived this far on my gut.
I am just as happy to be past them.
Did you know who they were? You
No.
ever seen something like that? Oh,
No,
well, maybe we should get going to town.
though the armored one was intimidating.
Yes, I noticed that. Probably best that we approached with our swords sheathed.
So you guys continue. The sun starts to set, and you can see torches light up in the distance of Skeverum. Okay. You keep moving. Nothing else seems to bother you, and you finally make it back to town. A few buildings still lit. Shops are most likely closed. Where are you headed?
We should seek lodging.
Agreed. I think there's only one tavern here.
Okay.
We're gonna head to that same tavern.
So you go to that familiar tavern. You see the sign on the front that is just this disembodied, strange head of a frog. And you go in.
It's good to be back.
It is. It feels a lot cozier than when you first left, just because the Shadowdarks really changed your perspective on what you consider hospitable. There's two men across the way. One that you recognize, the one that gave you the job in the first place, and another sitting with him, dressed in chainmail. He's got dark hair with some white splashes, and they seem to be involved in conversation. And lastly, besides Ernie in the corner you've met before, the tavern owner, there's a very pale elf playing music up on the very tiny stage. Very solemn, slightly out of tune guitar.
Okay. I'm not even gonna like. I noticed the guy who gave us the job, but I'm not gonna like approach him or anything.
Okay, where do you guys go?
Did you say the guy in chainmail is with the guy who gave the job, or that's just another person in the tavern?
They're sitting at the same table, conversing.
Okay. We should ask for rooms.
Agreed. I approached like the bar and like, Ernie, correct?
So he's cleaning his mug and he looks up and he just joy fills his face. He's like, "Oh, you're back and what? Where are your little friends?"
They're in a better place now.
So they left.
You could say that.
Charisma check, please.
5.
Ooh, 7. So his eye kind of twitches and he goes a little quieter in understanding. What are you hungry? Why don't you sit down? We'll get you and your new friend some dinner.
Like, thank you, Ernie. I appreciate it.
And as you turn around to go to the table, you've locked eyes with the man who gave you the job. He's just staring at you, and he's just like, "I did not expect to see you back here. Where is it?"
Like, you're gonna have to go get it yourself if you want it.
What?
I just like start heading back to my table. Like, did I stutter?
By the way, Isaac's demeanor for all of this stuff is just to stand unnervingly, like, not like I want to take part in the conversation, but just staring at the people conversing. That's if Gralk is talking. If Gralk is talking to other people, then I just my default position is going to be enough so they know I'm listening, but I'm not like trying to take part in the conversation, but also I'm just staring at them.
So you go and sit down, Gralk, and Ernie rushes over with some soup and ale, and then he goes back and brings another set for you, Myzik, whether you're sitting down or no.
Yeah, I'll sit with Gralk.
And after like about 30 seconds, the man with dark hair and white splotches kind of walks over to you, chest held high, 2 fingers kind of resting on his weapon. He has a long sword sheathed. He's like, "I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting you two fellows. My friend doesn't seem to like you, but he doesn't like very many people."
No, we don't like him either.
Perhaps you could tell me what happened.
Well, he's getting people in way over their head. He needs to cut his losses.
I'm sorry to hear that. This probably had to do with his potion he's been seeking.
I nod.
He's been trying to get several adventurers just like you to go and get it.
Well, if you're the next one he's trying to get, I'd recommend you avoid it. Avoid the job.
I appreciate it, but I'm not an adventurer. I'm the guard of this town. So,
well,
no trouble, boys, is what I'm trying to say.
Of course.
What are your names?
My name's Gralk.
Gralk? And what about your silent friend right here?
I am Isaac.
Myzik. My name's Alabaster McCroy, and if you need anything, or just want to have some drinks, let me know. I'll be over there with the man you've had some troubles with.
Well, thank you.
He goes back to his table. What would you guys like to do?
Has Ernie brought us some drink?
There are 2 ales next to your dinners. Would you like to carouse?
We can definitely afford more than a single night of drinking.
Okay.
How much money do you have?
Who's asking? As we reach for our beer, our ale that is set out, until I have sold everything I found in the dungeons, I do not plan to become inebriated. I must keep a close watch on what I have found. However, after that, all bets are off.
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't have taken you for the type.
If you do.
I'm kind of like already downed my ale, and I'm kind of waving it at Ernie for another one.
Do you have a luck die already, Brendan?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, I would have awarded one for that because that was
Or
badass.
if inspiration does not last between
it's just
sessions,
until you use it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Man,
so
in Alder's Gate you can stack inspiration, bro.
I know, but not in this. Sorry. So you guys just kind of do a general relaxing night of food and drink, is what you're saying?
I'm kind of like a couple ales in. I'm not drunk, but I'm a little tipsy. I'm kind of like holding on to that Madeira amulet, and I'm kind of like, Myzak, I've been a sellsword almost my entire life. And I've done a lot of messed up stuff. Up until recently, it never really bothered me, found it kind of funny, enjoyed it. But something happened. I don't really want to talk about that right now, but made me kind of rethink my previous actions, what I'd done. So I wanted to get out of the game, but it's the only thing I knew how to do. So I figured maybe if I became a surgeon, started patching people up instead of cutting them down, I could try to make up for some of the things that I'd done. But deep down I knew that I could never really make up for some of the things I had done. So started being a little reckless. Figured if I got killed on a job, maybe I was just getting what was coming to me. And that's why I had gone down to the Shadowdark. But every time I thought I was gonna die, somebody just kept bringing me back. Mostly Yidney and Pimbo, but you too there at the end. I kind of figured, I'm holding like the Madeira amulet. Kind of figured maybe Madeira has something in mind for me. So that's kind of why I trusted Madeira earlier.
You trusted Madeira, yet it is a disciple of Saint Idris who saved you.
That is true once. So maybe Saint Idris has something in mind for me. And I intend to find out what.
Ernie walking up with some more ale. He's, I couldn't help but overhear, Gralk, that was moving, and there is a temple in Skeverum if you're interested in going there. I occasionally go over there. It's great community-wise, and it's great to just connect with your spiritual side. So just keep that in mind. I'll leave you alone. I'm not eavesdropping, I swear. He kind of rushes back.
I'm not one for religion, and I'm not doing this for Madeira. I figure I owe it to Pimbo and to Yidney.
You can pursue whatever you feel is necessary. However, I do give you this warning. If you decide to seek out St. Idris, be careful. You may stray closer to the dark. Given your history, it could consume you.
I kind of like... I'm a little freaked out by that. Mizak, he creeps me out a little, but
it's
but
when you can't change conversation with anybody else. It's just you two.
He did save me, so I figure he's worth sticking around with. So, well, I'll keep it in mind.
Can I have both of you do wisdom checks, please?
22.
And sorry, what was yours, Myzik?
7.
Grok, as you've been speaking with Myzik, you've noticed the other table has ordered 7-8 rounds in the time that you've had maybe 2, and it's getting rowdier and rowdier. You can kind of hear Alabaster's booming voice getting louder and more rambunctious. And eventually, while you're speaking, you feel this heavy tap on your shoulder.
I look over.
Reeking now of alcohol. This is almost like a different man, but it is Alabaster. His eyes are unfocused and he's looking at you and he's going, and half-breeds like you. There's the problem with these lands, why we keep getting attacked, why I have to keep defending from orcs, and what sick fuck would breed with someone like that? And he kind of spits at your table and starts kind of hobbling back. And at that very inopportune moment, the tavern door squeaks open, and a rough, scarred up half-orc walks over to the bar and orders a drink. As he walks in and orders a drink, you hear Alabaster go, and another one! You! And he points at you, Nikki.
Should I describe what do you want me to do?
Go ahead and describe what you look like first, and then how you respond.
So I'm a big in all ways half-orc. Bald, shaved head. My face is just decorated with scars. My arms, my chest. I mean, pretty much any part is decorated with scars. As I turn away from you to order at the bar, you see, because I'm wearing pretty scarce clothing.
So there aren't many half-orc options.
Nah, that's fine. That'll work. You see just a whole mess of scars, kind of from you, which you would assume to be like whips. I'm wearing like a leather, chest piece, but it's really just kind of like the, I don't know, that like leather armor, like the early leather armor in Skyrim, that's really just like a bunch of straps and like buckles and stuff like that. It's kind of like that. Leather shorts more than anything that are just have kind of been ripped because my thighs are so huge and kind of like repaired haphazardly with like leather straps and stuff. So pretty scarce on the clothing, and just a big bastard sword around my back. He doesn't actually pay much mind to Alabaster. He's just kind of,
I said
sitting.
you! We have enough of your kind in here. Get out! I'm the guard of this town.
Is Alabaster the guy in green or the guy in...
This guy. It's not what he looks like, but, This is the guy missing a leg.
Yep. I kind of stand up and I'm like, Alabaster, I think you've had enough.
Do a charisma check, please, Grail.
9.
9?
Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks over to you. His eyes just bloodshot. And he grabs a chair one-handed and just swings it straight at you.
Okay.
And completely misses. It actually, you duck it, sails over you, crashes into the fire. You look over at Ernie. He is ducked behind the tavern. It looked like he knew what was coming here. He's seen this before. And he's going to, Myzik and Grauk, you see him grab yet another chair and start charging towards this half-orc stranger.
Is he running by us, or is he out of the way?
He's out, like, this is kind of the positioning here. He's charging towards this stranger.
Okay. So I can't... There'd be no intercepting at this point?
You can try and catch him, tackle him, if you want.
Okay.
Let's have...
I'm gonna scoop back my chair, but I'm not gonna try to tackle him.
Okay.
Can we like initiative order or something?
Yeah, let's just roll initiative here.
Oh shit. Hold on. Sorry.
Is that Dex?
That's Dex.
13.
Myzik?
6.
8.
8. Okay, Grauk, you're first here.
Okay. Grauk 3 sessions ago would have stabbed this guy, but Grauk post Shadowdark is just gonna try to tackle this guy.
Okay, give me a strength check.
15.
Okay. So you kind of charge around, and as you collide with him, he is unable to stay up at all, and he crashes down, breaking yet another chair. You kind of just, oh, damn it! And he goes right after you. He's gonna try and just do a punch on you as you're on top of him. He does I'll do it at disadvantage. Oop. Well, the second one was natural 20. He does a 16 to hit you.
That gets me.
Okay.
He's gonna kill me.
You take 1 damage as he just nails the back of your head with his fist.
Okay.
Oh. And Nikki, you're up.
Restrain this man.
I am going to continue drinking my drink.
Oh my god. Both Myzik and this guy are too cool.
Myzik.
I will head over there, and I'm gonna then just kick him in the head.
Okay, just do
Guy on the ground.
do an attack. Just add either your strength or your dex, whichever's better.
Okay. 14
Okay, and what is your strength bonus?
+2.
Okay, so roll a d4 divided by 2, round up.
1.
Okay. So you managed to just get him with a quick jab to his face. You see his nose starts bleeding. And Grok, it's your turn.
Do I have like my gear with me? So I want to try to restrain him, like tie his hands or something.
I'll say yeah, you have your backpack on you.
Okay, I'm gonna take my rope out and try to tie his hands.
Okay, do a dex check.
Please. 2.
Oh, he rolls a natural 1 to resist, so you manage to actually get some rope around it and pull tight, as he's kind of just like suddenly just in this really weird contorted position. You hear the one-legged man behind you kind of go, "All right, well that's it for me," and he kind of starts hobbling out the door just to leave for the night. The elf girl playing music has kind of just turned a complete blind eye, just trying to get through set, not looking at you at all. As Alabaster's kind of getting, he's like, "Let go of me, you damn half-breed!"
I turn the other cheek. I don't say anything to this guy. Ernie, you got somewhere where we can put this guy for the night?
Oh, this is pretty normal. I just let him tire himself out, and he either passes out in here, right out front, or in his home. So just leave him outside. That's fine.
I kind of turn to Mizek, like, you want to help me carry this guy?
No, we will leave him here.
Can we at least take him outside so we don't have to listen to him?
We will be heading up to our rooms.
I'm gonna drag him outside.
Okay, as you're trying to drag him, he just keeps spitting on you, just relentlessly, and eventually you get shove him out the door. And as the door closes behind you, as you're going back in, you just hear, "You'll pay for this."
I kind of open the door again, and I'm not trying to like. I'm trying to like knock him out. Essentially, I'm gonna like bonk him on the head with like a rock or something.
All right, do an attack roll at advantage.
An attack roll.
Just add your strength.
11.
Okay, that's enough. Do a D4 and just do a D4.
1.
Okay, so you just managed to grab about a fist-sized rock and just with a fleshy, like just collision with his temple, he just kind of keeps waddling, and they kind of just you start to hear this snoring as he's passed out in front, just kind of bleeding down his face.
So he's not like
he's not dead.
Like
he's definitely snoring, and he'll be fine.
I'm gonna go back in. I make a cross over me and hold the Madeira.
You know, he's usually a really nice guy, but that man, he turns to somebody else every single night.
I noticed he seemed fine earlier, but
pay no mind. He'll probably apologize tomorrow.
Well, you got rooms for Mizek and me here.
I left 3 open just for you, so
3 rooms for the 2 of us?
Well, there used to be 3 of you.
Oh. I kind of my voice catches a little bit as I remember Yidney and Pimbo.
You just stay here for the night, no charge. And yeah, let me know if you need anything.
You're very kind, Ernie.
Yeah.
Are the rooms that the goblin and the halfling used, are they small?
No, they could fit. They were big for them. They could fit somebody like you, no problem.
I'm gonna head up for the night.
Okay.
Same.
Sleep tight.
The fact that this stranger didn't help at all, I'm not like gonna thank him or anything.
Fair enough. Nikki, what are you doing?
What time is it?
It's at this point probably around 10 p.m.
Okay. I'm just going to. You just hear the stranger kind of slam his pint down to get the attention of the bartender and flip a coin.
He
Alluding
just manages to catch it.
for a refill.
He obeys. He seems pretty shaken up. What about you, sir? Do you want a night, or a room for a night?
Yes.
Okay, well that'll just be a 5 silver if you don't mind.
5 silver. 10 silver is 1 gold, right?
Yeah.
He will kind of grumble and reach into a pocket. You're not really sure. Doesn't seem like there are many pockets on his armor, but somehow he has a pocket. Pulls out 5 silver and kind of puts it on the table with no one, not in a position that is easy for the bartender to get, just kind of like right next to him, 5 silver, and just kind of continues drinking.
The general feel of this party is just polar opposite of when we started.
I'm gonna stick a spike, one at into the floor in front of the door and one at the top. I don't trust the lock on the door, so I'm sticking spikes to sort of
Gotcha.
jam it or to
Oh,
keep
like
it.
your room door.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming the door pushes inwards, I just
It does a decent amount of splintering damage to the floor and the ceiling, but it definitely works. Just hope you don't have to pee in the middle of the night.
Does Ernie see this?
No, it's the rooms are kind of back in this back door around the corner.
Oh, so okay, sorry, I misunderstood. He just does this to his room. He doesn't do it to the entrance of the inn.
no,
Yes.
just that room.
I wanna stay at the bar and drink and order food until about 1. I'm just like, with 5 silver, could I kind of like order drinks and like simple meal?
Ernie's pretty generous and loose with how much he charges people. He's generally when you're there, he will feed you and provide ale. Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of wait around. I'm just gonna be drinking for a few hours. Can I do that?
Yeah, of course. Eventually, around 11, you estimate the girl playing the guitar packs up, waves goodbye to Ernie, and heads out the door as well. And it's just you and Ernie. Ernie's kind of just awkwardly waiting in the corner, clearly exhausted, but waiting up till you go to sleep.
I'm going to continue to wait until about 1. I'm not at this point. I'm not really bothering him or asking for anything. I'm just like.
Even
sitting.
so, he's still waiting up for you.
Okay.
Occasionally checking in. And
Okay.
Yeah, at around 1 a.m. hits.
All right. I have a strong buzz going on. I'm gonna step outside.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh,
As
God.
you step outside, you see Ernie kind of put out the fire, put out the remaining candles, and go into a back room.
Okay. Where's the guy who's passed out?
He's like 5 feet from the door. He's the bunch of dried blood on his face. He's kind of tied up awkwardly, and you just hear.
Okay. I'm gonna beat him to death.
God.
Okay, let's do just do an overall strength check here. Go ahead and add your melee damage bonus as well.
Okay, so this is I'm doing this just with my hands. So how would
This
I?
is determine like how long this is just gonna take because he's tied up. He's fairly unconscious.
15.
Okay, this takes a solid 4 or 5 minutes of just continuous clamping into it. The more you punch, the more fleshy and meaty it gets. Both of you roll a wisdom check.
Well, me and Relk,
Yeah.
13.
Unnatural 20.
Okay, both of you, as you're kind of getting, as you're kind of starting to lull off in bed, you start just hearing the God, no, please, no, just echoing throughout, and then eventually silence. And
Do we know enough to recognize whose voice it is?
I would say yes.
I look out my window.
It's facing a different way towards nothing. You don't see anything.
Okay, I have an idea. So I hear it. Do I have an idea? Like, this is probably that stranger. Maybe.
It could be anything. You recognize that as Alabaster's voice, but you have no idea what's going on.
I have a suspicion, but I don't know anything.
Okay. Myzik, would you like to do anything?
Nope. Go back to bed.
Okay. As you stand over the now bloodied and dead corpse, still tied up, just your fists are bruised and just soaked in his blood. You hear a quick creak of the door. You look back and you see Ernie's kind of hidden face look, and then as you look, he slams again, and you kind of hear footsteps running away. What would you like to do?
I am going to leave town.
Are you leaving the body there?
Okay. Yes.
This
You
shortest
care-
role play. Okay, you
I'm
walk.
sorry, I made a decision with my character.
You walk
and,
off into the
stick to it.
darkness. All right.
I'm not like. Okay. Yeah.
Are you just staying kind of outside town, finding somewhere to sleep?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not like running. Yes.
You're not like
Yeah. Roll new character.
way in over your head. Okay. Eventually, Gralk and Isaac, you hear nothing, no more commotion, and head off to sleep. And Gralk, you have even more terrible nightmares. And as you think you awake from them, you look around your what was a pretty cozy room, and the walls seem to be rotting. And above you on the bed is this familiar ghoulish face. You get a better look at it. It's like a skull, but it's covered in pale skin still, and it has two beady eyes resting in its sockets, four arms jutting out from its torso, and this strange serpent-like where its legs should be a tail, and its four arms are grasping your two arms and your legs, and you can't even move. You're trying to get out, and as it opens its mouth, this massive several foot long tongue protrudes from its mouth, and it just shoves its way inside your throat and into your insides, and you can feel it whipping around inside you. And as you awake in another sweat, just feeling sick to your stomach, you realize it was just a dream. And roll a d6, please.
6.
You take a permanent charisma point away.
Another one?
Yeah, and as you're gasping for breath, that strange marking on your chest is burning as if you just got branded. You feel it, but there's no blood, there's no scabbing, nothing.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
And
Sorry, I'm writing this down.
eventually the sun rises, and
Is a 7 a -2?
I think so.
Jesus.
You,
Okay.
Mizek, you get up in the morning, you pry the spikes out of the wall and go back into the main eating hall of the tavern and see Gralk sitting at a table with some porridge, pretty damp, sweaty, eyes baggy.
You look unwell, Grok.
Yeah, this, I kind of put my hand on the symbol. I'm like, this seems to be giving me some kind of trouble. You're sure you don't know what this is?
I know nothing about it.
I woke up last night and it was burning on my chest. I don't mention the nightmares at all.
Okay.
Perhaps you should see Madeira about it.
Yeah, maybe we should visit that temple after all. I got a bad feeling about this.
Okay. And Nikki, you awake just outside town. You've kind of found refuge, sitting leaning on a big boulder, and kind of crows flying overhead, and you see the townsfolk kind of start to go about your business until all of you hear this woman's scream. From you guys, it's right outside the tavern.
I kind of look around to see if anyone's reacting.
Do a wisdom check, please. It's just you three now. It's you, Isaac, and Ernie.
7. No. Did you hear that, Myzak?
Yes. I'm sure it is related to what we heard last night. Unless you were already asleep.
No, I heard it.
Ernie quietly goes over and gives you porridge, Isaac.
We must hurry to eat. I'm anxious to sell my goods.
Yes, of course. I already ate.
So after you down your breakfast, you walk. Now this crowd of about 10 people has gathered around right outside the tavern, and you kind of peer through the crowd to see the bloody, beaten corpse of Alabaster. It's a gruesome sight. It looked as if he'd been continued to be beaten even moments after he stopped responding. There's people crying. You kind of hear just like, "Who could have done this?" And, oh my, he didn't have any enemies, did he? And just, what are we gonna do? He was our only protection here. The orcs had come in and murder us all.
Does everyone in this crowd look like human, or are there any half orcs?
There is one half orc on the other side of the crowd. His arms are kind of crossed, and he looks very disturbed, but not as desperate as the other people around him.
Okay, but it's not.
It is not Nikki's character.
Okay. I'm kind of like looking around. Isaac, maybe we should try to find some kind of trader or something.
Of course.
I'm not sure I want to stick around this mess.
Can I do something?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna brush the alcohol kind of off my face, kind of rub it out of my eyes, as I kind of wake up a little bit and reflect on the night before.
What are you reflecting exactly? Like, hell yeah, or oh no?
Not oh no, like I did a bad thing, but like that was sloppy. Like I just left the body out, kind of thing. But there, no remorse kind of is in the process of reflection, and I will kind of take stock of what I have in my bag and realize that I don't have enough to. I mean, because this is kind of the area around this place is kind of desolate. There's really nothing within a while.
Not really, no.
And I'll kind of maybe weigh the options and realize my only real option is to grab some supplies before I scoot out of town. So I will head back into town.
Okay. As Myzik and Gralk, you kind of walk past the crowd, start looking around for anything that looks like a merchant. From behind you, you hear this, "Excuse me." You look back, it's the half-orc you noticed. He's a bit older, a bit more portly, gray beard, balding. You wouldn't happen to know anything about what just happened, do you?
No.
Well, I have some details, but just about the night before.
Well, everyone else is out of their wits right now. I'd be happy to listen to any information you have. Maybe who did this.
Well, I can't say that. I don't know. All I know is he was getting a little drunk in the bar last night. So, we kind of, well, he was trying to start something, so I tied him up. I think Ernie can attest to that. Then, went to bed. So, somebody must have done something after that.
He kind of looks you over. And he didn't give off any immediate suspicion. He keeps leading you away from the crowd, and it's not surprising. He's the reason I don't drink there anymore.
I nod, but don't say anything.
Do not tell anybody this, but he
Where
had
do you
coming.
drink instead?
At home, by myself. A lot more peaceful that way. Nobody calling me half-breed.
I kind of eye him suspiciously.
Do you live alone?
I do. I live at my shop.
Do you look for company?
I appreciate it, but I'm not interested in your kind. Are you
Well,
on your way out of town then?
No. But it has been a long time since I've had a true bender. I'm looking to carouse tonight. I perhaps thought your home may be more suitable if you were interested in a rather large festive gathering.
Do a charisma
However,
check.
we must make do with Ernie. 18.
He kind of looks and considers it for a moment. Will you be paying, sir?
Of course. If you do me a favor. Women. I want women there.
Well, in case you haven't
I do
noticed,
not
the
notice.
town's morale has dropped significantly. I may be able to find somebody, but you'll have to lower
We
your
will
bar.
raise the morale. I have no bar.
Who's
I'm
that?
learning
Holy,
so much about him.
he is not the man I thought he was.
Well then, are you adventurous?
Of a sort.
We'll see what we can do about tonight, but I run a shop up the road if you are interested, just general goods.
We are interested.
The goods I wish to sell are not general. However, I may purchase from you.
Indeed. He leads you away from just the crying, desperate crowd. He's clearly just trying to avoid this drama. And as he gets close to the store, waiting out front is the scarred up work, Nikki, from the night before.
I kind of look him up and down. I have suspicions that it was him, but I kind of nod. I'm like, you again?
Yes.
Can't say I was expecting to see you.
Have you cleaned yourself up, Nikki?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Well,
I kind of like look to Myzak and I'm like, just to Myzak, I'm like, maybe this guy might be interested in carousing with you.
Perhaps. If he doesn't murder us.
so
I think we're probably safe.
the half-orc unlocks his shop and leads you in, and as you walk in, it's pretty scattered, not organized. The whole just ropes hung on the wall, different random blades, some climbing spikes, the usual adventuring material, but it doesn't look like he gets a ton of business. So what are you interested in?
Does he have armor or just adventuring supplies?
Let's see. He has. Well, I have some just leather armor I've picked up in the past, but you may want to see the blacksmith about anything fancier than that.
But does he have any adventuring gear that would not have any extra stuff that wouldn't have come in our adventuring kits?
In the back shelf, there are a couple dusty potions.
I'm going to, as Mizek is taking a little bit too long, so my character will butt in and just kind of rations 10 and a torch.
Okay. He kind of nods to you. He goes back, gives you 10 individually wrapped cloth of dried meat and 1 torch. Anything else that you'd like? I have 2 potions if you're willing to spend a bit more gold.
What potions?
I have your basic potion of healing and one I got off of a traveler a few months ago. Potion of many tongues. Supposedly, you can speak, write, read, understand any language for an hour.
I might be interested in that potion of healing.
Okay, that would be 35, if you do not mind.
Before I buy that, would you buy anything from us?
Depends.
So in my gear, I have hold portal scroll.
Yeah.
How much would they pay me for this?
He kind of unfolds it, looks at it. I could buy this from you, but yeah, sure, I'll buy it for you. Why not? How about 20 gold?
I turn to Mizek. Does that seem like a good deal?
If there was a scroll dealer in town, they may know more.
Is there someone else in town? Somebody who buys scrolls or does spells or...
There is a wizard up on the hill at that tower. He's
I
a
will-
bit of a nutter, though. I would steer clear of him.
I'll take my chances. But I will buy
You
that
may wish
potion.
to sell this to
Well-
him just to save the energy.
I want to take my chances with this wizard.
Okay.
Indigo, I don't know, I have stuff to sell, but I don't know, are we supposed to sell our stuff to this guy or go around to different vendors to try to sell different things?
It
What
depends.
is... Okay.
So you could tell this guy had no idea how to value a scroll, but he'll still buy it from you.
Okay.
That could work in
I have-
or against your favor.
Okay. I have, treasure items that I want to sell that I was given a value for.
Okay, yeah, he'll buy that.
So I don't... Okay. I produce a gem and a strange gold egg.
And what
Do you
were
deal
each of
in
those
this?
worth?
The gem is 25 gold, the strange gold egg is 100.
Is 100?
That's what I have in mind.
Okay, so as you lay it on the table, he kind of just goes, "Oh, I don't even know what to make of this, but how much would you like for these?"
125 gold.
That's a lot. Are you sure this is worth that much?
Yes.
I think
Charisma
Mizek's
check,
giving you a
please.
deal.
Charisma check
What
at
did you-
advantage then. Since Gralk's technically out.
Oh, natural 20. I don't even have to roll the second one.
Indeed, I trust you. And he gives you 125 gold.
Man, we could have gotten more, dang it.
I will take a shield off my back and 2 bags of caltrops and kind of drop them on his counter. How much?
2 bags of caltrops.
Yeah,
And a shield.
I don't have enough inventory slots, so
Or were you
Good.
over encumbered in the shop?
yeah. I was breathing really
Yeah.
heavy behind my Zach. Just
About 10 gold for it all.
That's a
Is that a
an
yes?
affirmative grunt.
Okay. I do have a lantern if you're interested.
Yes.
Much more useful than those torches.
How does that work?
It casts light up to a double near distance, requires oil, and has a shutter to hide
Double
the light.
near?
So 60 feet.
Why
Near is
didn't
30.
you just say that?
Okay.
How much
It's
does
an
oil?
expression.
So how does this work? How does this work with like so oil?
So
Do I need like a whole flask of it?
Yeah,
or
so the oil flask is 5 silver pieces. And
how many
it'll-
in one slot?
1.
God dang it!
So is this any better than a torch?
It's you can douse like
It's
you
brighter?
can darken it and it's brighter.
Does it last for the same 1
It
hour?
lasts for 1 hour, yeah.
Bro, that's barely worth it. You have to carry 2 slots for one thing.
Does extend the light.
DM's trying to cheat.
You do
bro.
not have to buy it if you hate the idea.
How much for it?
A lantern is 5 gold, and I will give you your first flask of oil for free if you buy it.
Can I trade you some torches for to reduce the
Use
cost?
code half orc at
Sure.
checkout to get a free
4
full
gold
oil.
if you give me, and the 2 torches.
4 gold. Okay. I also want to sell you a crowbar.
Alrighty.
And
I'll give you 3 silver pieces for that.
I hold up the tome. Well, I'll take this to the wizard.
You can, as you pull it out of your back, you just hear these like yes, yes, whispering come from it, and he's kind of takes a step back as you shove it back into the backpack.
How about these iron spikes as well?
You want to sell them or buy them?
Sell them.
I'll give you 5 silver for them.
Okay, so 5 silver plus crowbar plus 2 torches.
So will be we'll do 2 gold for those things, and so it'll be 3 gold for the lantern and flask of oil. The most confusing transaction I've had in a while.
Okay, so I do that, and now I have
All
1
right.
torch.
Be careful with that lantern. That big fall will ignite it everywhere. So be gentle.
I'm rethinking this based on my dexterity, but I take it anyway.
Anything else I can help you with, or am I seeing you tonight?
You will see us tonight.
Alright, and try not to spread this invitation too far. There's a lot of distressed people, I assume, right now. We don't want to arouse any suspicion after Alabaster's brutal death.
So you will uphold your end. You will spread
I-
the invitation to relevant parties.
I have an elven bard. She's a good friend of mine, if you're interested.
What?
Absolutely.
You got to bring more than 1 girl.
There aren't very many options. They're either married or 80. Or are too distressed about Alabaster that they won't show up.
Well, maybe they'll be in distress and I don't
This
know,
isn't-
be more.
This is suspicious at all. A
Anyway.
half orc racist dog.
3 half
half
orcs party. I will try
I
my
turned to-
best, but we're in a tight spot right now. You can imagine if somebody opens the door to 3 half orcs partying after Alabaster's death.
Sick. I got invited without even asking. Hell yeah.
If more
There's
people are
Isaac,
invited,
you feel like the 4th wheel, even though nothing's been like outwardly said. That he's just been gravitating more to these half orcs than you.
if you invite more people, it will not seem as conspicuous. It will not seem like
Then
a
it will
celebration.
turn into a funeral, and I don't
Will
think
not
you
be a-
want that.
I believe we have the power to turn it around. Trust me.
Do a charisma check.
Man, my Zach. Isaac goes hard.
I love this side of him.
11.
I will try my best, but I will make no promises.
All right. I would like to go to the armorer or the blacksmith.
Okay. So as you leave and are walking back across town, they've kind of put Alabaster in a wheelbarrow, and you hear a lot of sobbing as people are still gathered around, kind of wheeling him towards the cemetery. As you go up to the blacksmith, you try and open it. It's locked.
Maybe tomorrow. We should find the wizard, though.
Wizard.
Are you just going with them, Nikki?
Yeah, I've just kind of.
Latched on.
You're not really saying anything. He's just following us.
How tall is your character, Nikki?
He's about 7 feet.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
Yeah.
I was imagining like a short king.
Short king, yeah.
But that's fine.
Half orc. How tall are half orcs?
They're pretty big. I think 7 feet's probably around the max, but
5'9" to 6'4". Yeah, he's a big guy.
okay.
He's kind of the.
He's 8 inches above the standard size.
Well, this is fantastical. Okay.
Yeah, they're not realistic half-orcs. Come
Maybe
on.
he's like 6'10". All right.
You
about
know, you might as well
6'9"?
round up to 7
Maybe
feet.
yeah. On his driver's license, he says 7 feet. He's really like 6'10".
Yeah, who's gonna fact check this
Yeah.
man? He's way too intimidating.
So you look around, and up on a pretty small hill, you see this strange tower that does not match at all the wooden rustic architecture of the rest of town. And you make your way up, and as you get closer, you see on top of it is this really strange construction that almost looks like it's attempting to replicate the planet's orbit. But as you get closer, you can hear the rusted metal kind of grind together as they're barely managing to rotate. And the closer you get, the more run down this about 50-foot tall temple made of stone is. And you make it to the door.
I knock on the door.
Okay. I actually made this building, so.
Ooh. Abyssal. Oh, sorry.
Hey, no, don't look at this.
We leave immediately.
Whoa!
Dang, son. This is crazy.
Ignore the other characters. Okay, so as you arrive, this large metal door opens to a small goblin wearing rags. And he kind of looks up at you. He looks old, very wrinkly, thinning hair. And he kind of goes, "Master, we've got company." And you kind of go, yes, let them in. And he kind of opens, and you walk into this just chaotic mess, hoarder, but magic everywhere. Piles of books, random potions, some of them empty, some of them spilled everywhere. And at the other end, in these old ragged robes, is this dude. Looks human, could be even 100 years old. Coke bottle glasses, reading book. Can I help you?
Yes. I was wondering if maybe you would be interested in looking at some artifacts that I had found.
Oh, and he kind of hops up to the. Yes, that's what I do. Come, bring them over.
I pull the tome out.
Now, before I do this, per identification, it is 25 gold.
Won't you do it for your love of learning and
Do
your
a
interest in the arcane?
charisma disadvantage, sir.
Come on. I already only have 7.
Can I add a intimidating presence to help him out.
We're
What
going
are you,
trying to, like-
are you just chilling?
Yeah, I'm doing like what I said, kind of standing and like unnervingly. So I'm not trying to like bully him into it. I'm more hoping to just impose some help.
Okay, add. So your charisma is 2. So add 2 to your roll.
Is it still at disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh! 15.
I'm sorry, but I have to eat. How about 22?
Before we do the identification, would you be interested in purchasing this scroll? I pull out the Hold Portal scroll.
I'll hold portal. Yes, I can take that off your hands.
How much?
I will buy that for 30.
You've got yourself a deal. And then I'll give him 22 for identification. So I'll get 8.
Okay. Okay, so what do you hand him to identify? Sorry.
The tome that's like has the
Right, the demonic. Okay, so you hand it over.
Yeah.
You hear the whispers. It's covered in strange orcish war imagery, and he takes about 10 minutes looking through different books. Going, no, and then he finally figures it out. He says, "This is something dark but special. This is the demonic tome of the Horde, a popular use of spellcasters. And if you're unable to cast your spell anymore, you take your palm," and he kind of points out this forked tongue at the front, and it's actually pretty sharp, and you put your palm in it to give blood to the book, and it will grant you the ability to cast that spell one more time. But based on the strength of the spell, it may sap more of your blood than you can handle. Once per day.
well.
I would be
Given that
happy
none of
to
us-
take this off your hands if you're not interested in such a thing.
How much?
I will give you 40 for it.
Dang. Well, what do you think, Myzak? Do you cast spells?
What type
Do you-
of spells did they say?
Any spells will work with this.
No.
You there, and I... What's your name, by the way? I say that to Nikki's character.
I give a kind of a pained face, like it almost like it hurts to say. My name is Freak Beast.
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm writing my notes. Freak Beast?
Yeah.
You have a tank on?
Yeah.
It says, "Don't spot me, watch me."
His leather armor is effectively a singlet that has been cut so that it really only goes over the nipples and exposes everything else.
You interested in spells? Or this tome?
No.
I turned back to the wizard. Well, you've got yourself a deal.
Yes, give it here. And he gives you 40 gold back.
Hog.
Anything else I can help you with?
One more thing. I kind of pull my robes down to reveal the symbol on my chest. Do you know what this is?
He gets up from his desk and gets a closer look. Well, it's clearly hard of vision, but as soon as he gets about a foot from you, he kind of takes a step back. He's like, This is not my domain. You need a priest or something that's demonic.
Thank you for the information. I will. There's a temple in town, is there not?
There is. At the bottom of the hill, go right.
Thank you very much. What is your name, by the way?
My name is Oswald, and that thing over there, and he points to the goblin kind of curled up on a pillow. That's Thack, my servant.
You said his name was Oswald?
Oswald.
Okay. Well, it was nice to
Close.
meet you, Oswald.
Indeed.
I hope to see you again.
Anything you'd care to bring to me of interest to it, I would always appreciate. Where did you get that tome, by the way?
There's a ravine a few miles north of here, I believe. The Shadowdark down there.
Bleak Valley you went to.
Yes, I believe that's the name.
You know, I've heard of a tomb there. Did you come
tomb?
across it? Tomb of Delwick, the historian.
That sounds familiar. We found a door with 2 statues on the outside, and there was a book with something to do with Delwyn. It said we needed to offer blood of a slain innocent and blood of a slain murderer. So,
And you could not do it.
we had been down there for quite a while, and we decided it would be best to come up from out of the caves for a while.
So which blood are you missing then?
An innocent.
Do a wisdom check.
I'm totally guessing. 21?
So as you say innocent, you see, you notice Oswald's eyes kind of dart back and forth between you and his goblin servant.
Oh, God.
I have an offer, if you're not too faint of heart.
What do you have in mind?
Perhaps I could get the blood of the innocent, and you could get me whatever treasures lying within there. Delwick the historian is one of my personal heroes.
Well, give us some time to think it over.
Absolutely. I will be here.
Let's head out.
As you kind of turn around, Thack scurries over, opens the door for you as you leave.
Well, I'd like to go to the temple. I don't know what you guys want to do.
I want to go see if the armory's open again. Has the state funeral ended?
I don't have that. That's fine. Okay, you head back. Seems like you see that Alabaster's been buried. There's the fresh dirt over him. A few people still conversing, and a dwarvish priestess with a amulet to Madeira around her neck is reading some prayers to a few people sobbing around it. And you make your way past and get to the blacksmith, and it opens to a an unexpected sight. Is you kind of hear a whole bunch of clinking as you approach it, and as you open, it's actually a preteen boy who's working on a sword. As you go in, hi, what can I help you with?
Is your master here?
You're looking at him. You got a problem?
None. Do you have armor for sale?
Of course. What do you want?
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar enough with the armor types.
Okay, let's go to the book.
Let's see. Chainmail. So, do I have to ask him to say which of these armors he has, or does a menu open here that
I
lists
have
everything?
Everything but mithril. Best stuff you can find around here, though. Same with weapons.
I will buy plate mail.
Great, that'll be 150.
I believe 130 will suffice.
Well, it's good luck finding any other blacksmith miles from here. It's 150 here.
Perhaps I could offer a trade
What do you got?
and lower the price. My current armor,
Yeah,
my
what?
shield. Yeah.
Okay. And
My shield.
that's charisma check.
13.
All right, you got yourself a deal. Any of you
Hey.
big boys need something?
Inigo, could I retroactively get my shield back? I didn't realize that I had it equipped because I just had it in my gear, and it's affecting my armor class.
Yeah. Gralk, you notice Freak Beast get this sudden moment of realization and sprint out the door as he rushes back to the general goods store to buy his shield back. Yeah, just
We don't have to
trade
worry.
it out. If not, you're just wasting my time.
I'm sorry, I'm just doing my... updating my inventory.
Well, do it outside. I got armor to make.
Alright, I will leave.
Man, this guy. All right, I want to go to the temple. I don't know what you guys
I'm gonna
want
wait
to do.
until 1 a.m.
You just get out some ale and start sipping it. All right. You make your way back to the hill and follow Oswald's directions, and kind of down in this ditch, you come across a very modest temple to Madeira, and as you approach, you see that priestess kind of unlocking her doors, and she notices you as you walk up, and she kind of waves you, and she's like, "It's been a long day. Come in if you need me."
Isn't it the morning?
I just had to bury our only means of defense.
Oh, I didn't say that to the.
That is what I meant by that.
Ah, yes, it has. I follow her in reverently.
Okay.
I look around. I don't think I've ever been in a Madeira temple before.
You haven't. This one it looks like this was built with whatever they could muster. There's a few pews, but they're all pretty splintered. Looks like out of recycled wood. The only thing that looks anyway polished is a kind of a marble altar to Madeira. And you can see her just outstretched arms, very angelic at the front of the temple. Just here to
kinda-
pray?
Yes. Well, not just here to pray. I had something that I was hoping you might be able to help me with.
What would that be? I'm sorry about Alabaster. He was, he was a good man at heart.
I nod ambiguously.
What can I help you with?
Well, I kind of like pull my robes down. I was hoping you might be able to tell me what this is, indicating the symbol on my chest.
She walks up, kind of traces a finger over it. It is kind of protruding out, so it does have texture to it. And she goes, "Oh dear, oh dear." And she rushes back into her room and comes back with a large book. She's kind of whipping through it. Have you been to the Shadowdark lately?
So we got back yesterday.
When did you get this? When did you first notice this?
Well, I almost didn't make it out. I but my friend here, and I motioned to Isaac, he brought me back from the brink, and after that, this symbol appeared on my chest.
It happened about 2 days ago.
So you were near death, you'd say.
Many times.
Oh dear. What that mark? It's a demon called an Ezil myth. What to the common tongue, a death baron, a parasite demon. Apparently, when you were near death and just brought back from it, it took advantage and is imprinted on you, and will continue to be here with us.
Is there any way to get rid of it?
There are 3 ways, and she keeps referencing the book. And you kind of peek over and you see the drawing of something very similar to what you dreamt of the night before, Grog. Well, it only takes physical form in the Shadowdark. It'll always be with you there, and it can be struck down. Or I can perform a ritual, and it will kill it, but that's no easy task. Or she kind of pauses. There's a third option, but I don't recommend it.
What is it?
You die by your own hand.
I look surprised. So are you saying that if I die by somebody else's hand, I would be, well, I don't know what. This demon would somehow still be affecting me even in the afterlife?
It will just find a new home if it dies by another hand.
I'm nodding. What is this ritual that you speak of?
It will have to take place in the Shadowdark. It involves a lot of complicated things I would have to do. Some herbs. I have most of these, but I am missing one. I don't have it on hand, and it's a day's ride to go and purchase it.
What is the herb?
It's the petals of a grimflower I would need. Everything else I have.
Yeah, and you say that this demon can be struck down. How when?
In the Shadowdark, it's there with you physically. You can see it if you look closely. To them, it's invisible, but to the host, it's there.
Is that a difficult task, fighting a demon?
It depends how long you wait. Every night you go to sleep, it will take more and more from you, and it will get stronger in return.
And I can't fight it out here?
It can see us, it can hear us, though I doubt it can understand us, but no.
I kind of nod. I'm like, well, thank you for this information.
Do you want my help?
I kind of like look to Myzak and this other person. And Freak Beast.
Your new friend.
Mr. Beast. I'm going to call him that.
I found one town and killed its only guard.
What do you say? We bring this priestess along with us?
I'm sorry, that's not what I was offering.
Oh, you will come.
We need to get a
carouse
grimflower
with us first.
I have a horse. I could go purchase this grimflower to the east, but it will take me a total of 2 days. And it's not cheap either.
How much?
What?
I'm gonna nudge, not very gracefully, Myzak, and then they go, priestess. We're trying to get women for the.
She doesn't seem to notice.
How much gold?
It could be upwards of 100 gold pieces. I mean, this flower only grows in the Feywild, but there is another option.
What is that?
Well, only 6 miles from here. You can get there more timely. I've heard rumors that Faye took over this old abandoned mine, and I could definitely see it being grown there.
I kind of like look to Myzak and Mr. Beast.
Do not depend on others for your problems.
Well, I was trying not to part ways.
I mean, do not trust this priestess to get this for you.
So question to the DM, would this be going into the Shadowdark if going to this place?
You don't know.
Are these mines, has the Shadowdark taken hold there?
I've never actually been. I've just heard rumors about 3 Dryad sisters. They took over, claiming that these miners were sapping the world for all it was worth, and before I knew it, it turned into this strange meadow. But it is deep within the earth, so...
I kind of turn to Myzak and Mr. Beast. I'm like, would you, after tonight, would you accompany me?
I will.
Yes.
I will guide you there if you'd like, but I'm not going inside. I'm not going to fight anything.
We would appreciate that.
Right. When do you want to leave?
Tomorrow.
All right, I will be here.
We will find you.
Mid-morning. We would also appreciate your company this evening.
For what?
Are there any other priests or priestesses around?
In here, it looks like it's just her.
For a unity ritual at hard times like these, what we all need is human warmth to hold on to.
Do a charisma check, Myzak.
20. Unnatural 20.
You know, I could use a bit of fun. Where is this?
I tell him
At
where.
the general store.
Oh,
Or the man who owns the general store's
A
house.
party at the general store.
Probably he lives there. I don't know.
I will see you there.
Can I make
Like,
a
bow.
Yeah.
Can I make a insight check?
Uh-huh.
Wisdom, I guess. She what vibe is she? What's her vibe? Right? Is she like flirty? Is she just like? Well, I gotta make a roll.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
assume.
roll.
Ooh, 18.
So she's gone through a bit of a roller coaster since you've just been talking to her about for 10 minutes. She was really frazzled when she let you in, very stressed when talking to Grauk about the demon, and somewhat taken aback but flattered by Myzak's invitation. It doesn't seem like she's been invited to anything fun for could be years.
So these priests, Madeira priests and priestesses, they're not like celibate or anything.
You get ahead of yourself.
Wow.
I
You can do an intelligence check.
13?
You don't recall hearing anything of that or knowing of celibate priestesses.
Okay.
She notices the blackened idol hanging around your neck, Grauk, when she was observing your chest. She's like, I see you are also a follower of Madeira. We hold services almost daily. Feel free to come in.
I kind of nod. I'm like, well, thank you.
All right. I will see you tonight then.
That's all I want to do today.
All right. And anyone else need to do anything before you go and party at the general store?
It's party time, baby.
All right. I don't have the general store built out, so I'm gonna go back to the tavern.
Bro, come on.
I know, it takes a while. All right.
You didn't expect us to relocate our carousing.
There's still
All
time
right,
to
come on,
to-
guys. We got a
We
party.
got
to
a
get-
party. You're right. All right. How much we putting into this?
100 gold.
100. All right. You
Well,
got
wait. Who else is gonna help pay?
You're loaded, bro.
I'm not gonna help pay.
I understand that.
I'll contribute, I guess. Even though
How much will you contribute, Grolk?
I have 74 gold.
Technically, the egg was on Yidney's corpse, so I feel
I
like I
know.
am paying in a way.
How about you pay? I guess I should be in character for this. Grolk. We are going to have a true night to remember.
No, we're not.
Will you
so
please-
we'll say
will you help?
90 with your buddy helping kind of set some stuff up. That'll decrease the cost for you guys since you went
Okay.
through so many preparations.
I could spare.
You give 30 gold.
Yeah, I could do that. I'd like to not get rid of all of it, but 30 gold I can spare.
I will
Bring,
give 60
60
gold.
I'll bring a 6-pack, but I've had 2 of the beers, so it's
Are you gonna bring a 6-pack and then hold the 6-pack for the entire party?
a 6-pack for me. I'm not offering any to anybody else.
All right, so 90 gold. I paid 60.
I paid 30.
Okay. All right. That'll give you a +1 bonus, and I'll have you roll, and then I'll reveal the outcome later. So roll
+1 bonus to what?
The outcome.
Oh.
So
So is
somebody
this-
roll
is
a
this a-
D8, and don't look at the carousing sheet.
Okay. Who's rolling the D8?
I'll roll a d8.
All right.
8.
Is that with the +1?
9 with the +1.
Well, you finally roll well for once.
Actually, I'm sorry.
Everyone give your best pogs for that roll.
Wow. Holy shit.
We're level 5, guys.
Holy shit. Alright, cool. Alright, this will have to adjust what happens tonight. So you arrive, come nightfall, to the general goods store, which you noticed in the sign is called Dead If You Don't. And as you walk in, you see the half-orc has cleaned up quite a bit, and has kind of hung some different colored rags around, kind of as like a makeshift streamer. And you kind of carry your different, like a barrel of ale in and stuff, and set everything up. And in the back corner, you see the same bard from the night before tuning her guitar. And coming as you kind of settle in, the priestess also enters, and along that afterwards, Ernie comes in.
Ooh.
Is
Is that a 5 to 2 guy to girl ratio?
Does the bard look like she's ready to party a little harder, like play a little bit more rousing tunes than she was at the...
Do a wisdom check on her, actually.
9.
So she sits down, and definitely the sad music's changed. She's strumming a lot more. It's a lot more high tempo. She starts stomping her foot,
hell
and
yeah.
you can see the kind of this big smile curl across the general goods owner's face as he starts joining in, clapping, and the priestess is kind of uncomfortably hanging out in the background, sipping ale. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna talk to the priestess.
Oh, this is great. This is great. I expected it a bit more mention of Alabaster. Maybe this was in his honor, but
It is, however. We do not need to continue to mention him. He is in our hearts.
Agreed. Yes.
The best we can do is lift a glass to his memory. And I offer her a drink.
She has one in hand, but she kind of nods and takes a second. And
I clink both of her glasses and then just down it.
She starts downing it too. She's clearly really anxious, uncomfortable, and trying to get rid of that feeling. Grok, what's up?
Sorry, I just want the 100 gold gets us an entire day and night of partying, right?
This is going to continue on through the day. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure that is what we ordered.
We ordered the day and night package. Just to make sure, right?
Yeah. After a couple hours, the owner brings out this pretty freshly slaughtered pig that they start cooking up as well. Things are getting pretty hazy. Grok, what are you doing?
I'm getting blasted, listening to music, maybe singing along to songs that I know.
Okay, so she's currently singing a song about just a deadly hike over the mountains and losing adventurer after adventurer. And with a single tear coming from your eye, you kind of belt out. Give a charisma check.
Okay. 9.
And it's not great, but it's not offending anybody.
Nobody's asking me to stop.
It's not a party foul.
What are you doing, Beast Freak or whatever, Freak Beast?
This is not. I've never had this experience before, so Freak Beast is pretty uncomfortable, but not trying to show it. He's just kind of like the priestess, but in a different part of the store, just kind of like sitting against the wall drinking.
Okay.
Getting progressively tipsier.
Okay, so this continues on for a few hours. You're all hitting that strong buzz when suddenly this loud knock at the door kind of silences the room a bit because you hear the store owner, who you've learned, just to make things easier, his name is Burge. Burge goes, everyone quiet, I didn't invite anybody else. And he goes and opens the door, and this elf, white hair, dark skin, very armored up enters. None of you have ever seen this person before, and based on the faces of everyone else, nobody else has ever seen this. And she kind of looks around and she goes, "What is going on down here? So much noise for a general goods store."
I will.
Wait, is it a
Female.
male or female? Oh, female. Is it a drow?
I will
Drow, yeah.
stand up and offer her a drink. Say, we drink together for unity.
She kind of gives you a nod. I could drink you under the table. Do you care to venture that?
Aye.
All right. Give me a Constitution check.
Oh boy.
And you go, could I request some tavern music? Something a little more rousing.
Let's see what we got here. All right, what'd you get there, Isaac?
15.
15. So you're, even for how drunk you are, you down 2 massive mugs, and you look over at the drow, and she's kind of just starting to waver a bit, and she kind of looks up at you, and with ferocity in her eyes, she's just keeps grabbing him. Do another one for me.
Wow. Oh boy.
That's better.
Oh, can I'm gonna use my inspiration. If I re-roll inspiration, do I have to use the re-roll or do I use whichever one?
It's advantage. So whichever's
higher. 13.
Okay. So you start downing more and more, and you feel your stomach filling up. Just huge belches are coming out, and everyone's kind of gathered and is cheering. And she's seemed to recover. She's rallied.
Uh-oh.
And she kind of holds the mug to you, And she goes, "One more. This will settle it."
Can I make just a insight check while he's doing this?
On who?
On the drow.
Yep, go for it.
17.
You look her up and down. She has this dark armor. She has blades all over her, and a rapier at her side. Spatters of dried blood and her filled pack with rope and a grappling hook. She's an adventurer, and it looks like she just got out of some brutal shit. She seems pretty happy to be here. Nothing malicious or anything like that. What'd you get, Isaac?
Oh, I haven't rolled yet. Sorry. One more Constitution.
One more.
13 again.
All right. Well, Eva, you kind of fall back in a chair and you're getting real dizzy, but you look up and projectile vomit is spraying everywhere out of this drow. Because she rolled a natural one.
Oh.
And she kind of falls down, and everyone's kind of making sure she's okay. And she kind of waves it off, and she hobbles over to you, and she's like, "Much respect." And she gives you a hand to shake.
We do that handshake thing. It's like, dude. Yeah.
Great. The party continues. Does anyone else want to do anything?
Nothing in
like
particular.
to, if I'm not too inebriated, I would like to go out to see if like people are looking or like lining up to see what's going on.
Like outside?
Yeah.
Do a wisdom check.
Because now that she came in, I want to know like, are other people like yeah. 15.
15. You kind of make your way over. As you open the door, you realize the sun's starting to rise, even, and you've lost track of time. But the party just keeps going, and there's a few farmers going out and kind of just like looking over because there's just the stomping and yelling of not very many people, but you guys have managed to make a ruckus, and the drow has rallied again and has been partying with you guys. And
did you say the barkeep was here?
yeah, Ernie
The guy
came
who
and
saw
joined.
me kill.
Yeah.
Saw me kill. What's the deal with that?
Good question. So he's walked in. First, immediately like friendly faces, still a little worn out and kind of also hanging to the back. He has been avoiding you like the plague the entire night. What is it? Freak beast?
Yeah. I'm gonna rise to my feet. And I, as big as I am a little tipsy, so my steps aren't as normal as they are, and I'm gonna rise to him and approach him.
He's in the corner on a stool, just like sipping. He's kind of just looking around. Oh, what did you need? And he kind of starts to walk up to try and leave.
I'm gonna kind of corner him, just with my frame.
Oh,
And then
hey, what can I do for you?
I have a tankard in my hand. I look at him, I down it, and I hold out my hand.
He kind of, first when you reach for him, he looks, and he kind of reaches out as well.
Give him a firm handshake.
It's weak, it's wet, it's cold, it's clammy. So it's like whipping around a wet noodle.
And then I turn around and I go back and I sit down. That's all the real action that I do.
Girl, do a wisdom check.
Okie doke. 7.
Okay.
I'm a little drunk.
You saw this happen, you didn't think twice about it though.
Okay.
Anything else you guys would like to accomplish?
I'm staying near this musician girl, maybe trying to strike up a conversation.
Okay, do a wisdom check for her.
Horniness comes out after all these years.
16.
Okay, you take a look at her. She's pale, dark hair.
How old is she?
It's hard to tell with elves. Really hard to tell.
Okay.
She seems younger, But you notice that she keeps wearing her hair down the 2 times you've seen her, and when she whips back for one of the songs, you notice that her ears have been cut. And it's just kind of this scar tissue where her pointed ears would be. And as you kind of approach, you kind of, if you'd like to talk, you'd have to tip first, please.
Oh, I'm like a little nervous, but I put a gold in her little.
She has like a mug off to the side, yeah.
I put a gold in her mug.
Okay, clinks in there. A lot of people have been tipping. Any requests?
I kind of just walk off.
Oh man, you got it, dude.
She kind of rolls her eyes and sees you walk away.
Freak Beast is hyping me up, so I turn back around and go over there.
After
Oh
deep
no,
breath,
Freak Beast was not. Sorry, Freak Beast was not hyping
man.
you up. That was me.
Do you go back up?
Sure, I go back up. I just wanted to say, you're an excellent musician.
I know.
Oh man, she's like confident. I'm like all stuttering over my words.
Names
okay,
would be next.
Names? Oh, my name's Gralk.
My name is Liza.
Liza. Well, are you from here, Liza?
Do a charisma check.
Me?
Yes.
Dang it, dude.
It's unfortunate that the demon's been
to...
targeting. I've married Max before. It's fine.
I roll a 5.
She kind of rolls her eyes at the question. I'm in no mood for small talk, and I've got a lot of music to play, so why don't you just dance with somebody else and mind your own business?
Oh man, I walk away without saying anything else. Defeated.
So it's noon. You guys are eating whatever you can find. You've had multiple knocks at the door of villagers being really frustrated, but you don't care anymore. It's turned into like Burge has worn his underwear over his head. He's gone streaking.
Has anyone else joined?
You see a few people, a few random faces join for a little bit, get a little too uncomfortable because you're so far past them. By the time they go in, they kind of back out of it. And as the last thing you guys remember about blacking out is, Myzik, you really hit it off with this drought throughout the night. You learned her name was written down somewhere. Was Heralia, an adventurer just like you. And you kind of hear, I will be here for a few days, and I'm consider you a friend, Myzik. And then she passes out on the ground. Eventually, it's the next night. You guys wake up, it's dark. You have horrible headaches. Shit is scattered everywhere. And you gain 5 XP.
Ooh.
And you have gained an NPC ally in this drow due to a contest.
So now we have the...
That's awesome. What does that mean?
It can mean however you want to mean. You'll have to talk
Does
to
that
her.
mean
It's Lydia.
And be... I mean, does that mean she could be part of the party, or is it like, oh, that means that you can call upon them for one favor, or like?
You'll have to feel it out. She is an adventurer, you learned. So she could be able to join you or help you out or do something for you.
You said she was heavily armored?
She had a thick leather armor and a rapier.
Leather.
You learned that she was a bravo, a duelist.
Excellent.
And, yeah, we'll end there. Did anybody level up?
You're level 2?
Yep, I leveled up.
Hell yeah. But you guys rolled the best possible carousing roll you could have done.
Ooh. Max. Godlike rolls.
Yeah.
I know.
How much XP do you have, Brendan?
7.
And because of that party night and all the setup, I'll give you, if you're missing one, replenish your luck token.
Okay, should I worry about leveling up for next time?
Is it just you?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll a d4. It's real quick for level 2.
Okay. A D4.
Yep.
1.
You get another hit point.
Oh, come on.